All right. Well, hello there, and welcome to my stream. I'm welcoming nobody at the moment, of course, because and god damn it, great start to the stream. My webcam is actually acting up. Never mind. Welcome to my stream. If there's anybody watching the VOD, welcome. 100% SAB completion. I hope you like my looks. We're gonna be looking at it. I mean, in game, not my looks. Although hello, if you do. No, this is the character that is gonna help us do the 100% completion of SAB. That's what I like to call it, because it is essentially that. This year, we will be finishing up every collection, every reward structure, every upgrade. Well, not upgrades, we already are fully upgraded, but basically everything you can get from SAB we will be finishing this year. And I mean this day today, this Saturday, this lovely Easter Saturday, where we're finally in the point where we can. Previously we couldn't. Well, we could if we invested a lot of money into this, which I wasn't willing to do. I much rather preferred to put in the work. So that's what we're doing here. We're putting in the work to actually finish up everything that can be gotten from SAB, and I'll show you in a minute what do I mean by that. First of all, though, we are going to do a full SAB run, and before anybody comes to this stream, I thought that in the spirit of completion we would actually switch to a different character and finish up one more collection, that is namely the dungeon collections. So as you may know, there is a collection, or there are a couple of collections in Guild Wars 2 that are associated with dungeons. They've been added much later than dungeons themselves, and they are basically the weapons and armor that are, let's say, exclusive rewards from dungeons. You can get them through other means, but basically it's this achievement, Dungeoneer, which is sort of a meta achievement collecting the various other achievements. So what we're getting today is Adalbern's Burden, one of the accessories of Ascended Quality, which you can get through specific collections. And those collections are highlighted here in the basic collections. We've got most of them. In fact, we've got all but one. And the one is from Escalonian Catacombs. As you can see, this one is very close to completion. In fact, we are only missing one piece. It was different this morning, where I bought like 8 more, or maybe perhaps more. I think it was more. It was like 2 full sets and then some. But basically we've got the currency now to finish it and perhaps even have some left over. So that's gonna give us this box. When we open this box, we will get the, as you can see in the description, Ascended Accessory Adalbern's Burden, and that will complete our collection for the dungeons and net some achievement points, and basically put us ahead of this. So let's actually get that. Where you get this, it's this vendor, which has all the who has all the armor, and we're interested in this Escalonian Performer mask. So once we actually get it,
it's easy when you know how.
there we go. That unlocked the Escalonian Catacombs collector. That is now finished. We open this up. That gives us a box. We will salvage this thing for what it's worth, which is not a lot, but there are some ectos, which is lovely. Before we open the box, and as you can see, our currency has all pretty much but dried out. We couldn't afford any more pieces, which doesn't matter because we don't even need the runes. We got a lot from salvaging those armors today. In fact, this might be actually 14 pieces that I bought today. So two full sets and 2 more pieces that we had left. Anyway, we will store this in the bank so that we don't forget. And finally, finish Dungeoneer for 8 more achievement points to our account. The title of Dungeoneer and this lovely box. And of course this Edelburn's Burden, which is basically useless, but we will sell the exotic we got as a drop from that. We have no need for any exotics, and if it's above 30 silver, I am quite comfortable with selling these. So let's put up a fair price and pick up the Dungeoneer box. The reward box. This accessory is also pretty useless. We are going to salvage this one as well, I'm guessing, but it would be nice to have a salvage tool for that. We will sell this crap as well and open this box, which gives us a vision crystal. Nice to have, sure. Bags of rare gear. That gives us just these unidentified gears. And Mecha Anchor, which is a skin, or rather another exotic weapon, which we can straight up sell. We could have gotten some more expensive. This one, I'm guessing, is going to be pretty cheap. Yeah, it's not much more expensive than the torch, which had no interesting skin. In fact, if we look at it, it's well, it's pretty bad. I wouldn't put it on any of my characters, but that is besides the point. The point is we can sell it and get a pretty penny on top. However, that is one part of today's program. The other is, of course, Super Adventure Box. So let's get back to it. And to our character that is doing all of this. So, yeah, all the collections. I do have a slight temptation to run through it all, but I guess I'm gonna wait for some people to show up, if indeed someone shows up. They might not, which is fine. However, I will start with the run. I think that the runs are much more boring, but I will go through my motions, and I will mention what I'm doing and how I'm running through these zones. Basically what I do every day for the duration of the festival is something a little sick, a little perverted thing, is to run through both worlds that are available in Super Adventure Box on normal mode, the standard fare, and do the dailies that are associated with each day along the way. This year it's a little different because those dailies are not tied together, so they are in random assortments, they are in random couplings. So you never know what you'll get. Previous years you knew exactly which dailies will be together on which day. That's not the case anymore. I don't know if it's a better system, but for example in this one, in the first zone, we are asked to do the environmental science, which is of course destroying the honeycomb in this zone. So we will have to find the secret, basically the secret thing, the secret zone in this world, in this first zone. It is a secluded area, a little bit of a secret area behind the maze, where you can get led by these B-dogs. And basically, if it's not the daily that we're after in these zones, we are just running through as efficiently as possible, with the exceptions of stopping for some furniture coins, because I care about decorations for my guild hall. So that's generally the only diversion I am subjecting myself to. That and the dailies, of course, the dailies which are required for this 100 completion plan of mine. So basically, what we need to do here is fight this Queen Bee Dog, which inexplicably looks a bit like Goofy from the Disney franchise. Ouch. Basically, I don't have to even fight the Queen Bee Dog. I just find it way more annoying to leave it be if you want to go for the honeycomb. It is annoying to fight nonetheless, in and of itself. But you can manage. Basically, it has two attack patterns. One is shooting the dogs from its mouth, the bee dogs, from its mouth as projectiles. The other thing is the spinning attack. The tells are very obvious. However, it's not always easy to dodge those attacks, especially if you're playing as carelessly as I am. Which I am, because the fight gets even more annoying otherwise. But yeah, once you smash the honeycomb here, which is left defenseless once the bee dog is the queen bee dog is killed, then you get the environmental science daily, and you can move on. While I'm here though, and this is also something I don't normally do, at least not anymore, is grab the ooze. Although we don't have a lot of health, I might want to pick up some. Perfect, we have a cake. So we'll take some health points and basically ignore the fact that we are gonna get our health chipped away now, because we picked that up. And we're also gonna do the glitched run. Again, something I don't usually do, because it doesn't make sense. We already have all these collections and associated rewards with these optional things. But it's just while we're here, it kind of makes sense, because of course carrying the ooze nets you 50 baubles, which is a nice bonus. Oh fuck, well anyway, that's water under the bridge. I wanted to grab the invincibility there, but I can't. Oh no, sorry, you only get 5. Okay, you get 5 baubles, which is not a lot. Not in the first zone. It's yeah, it's pretty pointless to grab the ooze. The rewards get better as carrying the ooze gets more difficult, but zone 1 is genuinely not worth it. I feel. Anyway, normally, again, we headed on our way, so. And then you smash the cage. Yeah, I forgot to talk a bit about how I run this world. Of course, if I didn't do these distractions, it would be much faster, much more of a beeline here. Anyway, you get these 2 chests, including the glitch chest, which doesn't appear unless you do the glitched run. You have a small chance of getting a glitched weapon out of that. Nothing to write home about. Basically, I had to buy the rest of the glitched weapons through Trading Post. In fact, there are a lot of weapons that I bought through Trading Post. There are some I didn't, and that I got as genuine rewards from this, from playing this, actively playing this. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. In fact, at the end of our Super Adventure Box run. Moving on to Zone 2 of World 1. this one a little trickier. However, the daily, today at least, is adventuring. And when you see adventuring for any of these zones, all you need to do is finish the level, which I do anyway, every day. So we will beeline here, completely beeline, and basically not bother with any of the optional stuff, any of the side tracks and bonus content. Or, well, it's not true actually. 102 is special for me because for some reason I do stop for these dig spots. So there are a couple of dig spots that you have a guaranteed treasure to dig up from. In World 1 Zone 2, they are on very conspicuous places and very handy places along the way of the main path that you would be taking anyway. So for example here, we don't really waste much time by going under this leaf, which we're gonna later jump on. So I do take the time to stop for those because of course they're gonna add up, right? Also there are a couple of times where I'm gonna dig into the ground without any treasure chest to dig up, because you can use the shovel anywhere. Sometimes you'll dig up an intended chest, and that one is guaranteed to be there and award you baubles. But for the most part, as you can see in the description, there's a 15% chance to unearth baubles, and that 15% chance materializes in either a single bauble pickup or a 5 bauble pickup, or a bunny, a hostile bunny. However, this is another guaranteed dig spot, and as you can see, we got an extra bauble out of that. And basically the times I'm using this outside of the guaranteed chests is anytime I couldn't be moving forward, if that makes sense. Basically every time my progression is halted for one reason or another, usually end of the level, where you cannot really move on because the game stops you after you kill this this boss head guarding the cage. That's a great great time to dig. And here realistically I could get more baubles, I guess, by doing like jumping onto that log or something. However, what I like to do here is go through this little secluded shop, as I said, to get some furniture coins, and then when I'm waiting for the timer to run out, here in the upper right corner, I will be digging up some baubles to hopefully get some nice light now, which is 1 bauble, but again it adds up. I believe, at least. Well, it's better than nothing. It at least refunded our bump use, so that's good. Okay, and zone 3, here we got multiple distractions in the form of furniture coins. There are 2 shops that I regularly visit, and one of them will help us actually with today's daily, which is interior design. So interior design means go into a shop and wreck in furniture there, basically everything that is not bolted to the floor, which you can demolish, will give you credit. And which is handy because, again, we are visiting the furniture shops, and the furniture shops here are always hidden within other shops. So well, maybe not always, we are not visiting all of the furniture shops, but these are pretty much on the way as well, and they have a good yield of furniture coins. So I do care about these. Here, you burn the carpet, you take the bomb out, and you bomb your way in. Meantime, we destroyed 3 pieces of furniture, as you may have noticed. We do the same for this waterfall. We walk through. Unfortunately, this doesn't let any further furniture. But this is a shop within a shop within a shop, which is fun, I guess. We jump back out through this mushroom, and we do take the time to actually destroy stuff. And we get the daily, and that finishes up actually the full daily, and basically means we are one step away from 100% completion, and that step is just buying shit off vendors, picking up weapons. So that is awesome. Also, I failed this jump, so I do have to take the long way around. This is normally not how it goes. But it's fine, I guess. We will use this turtle or tortoise, right? It's called a turtle, but it is a tortoise. As a stepping stone and to help us avoid the toxic sludge. And we'll continue on through what I believe to be one of the most efficient routes. Except for this, again, diversion going to furniture store, which has perhaps the biggest of the yields. Again, burn the carpet. Here you could do more of the furniture destruction. In fact, we might do that for health. I am very stingy with those potions. The health potions are totally not worth drinking unless you are in like tribulation mode or something, because they do cost more per health than even using just the continue coin. But it costs you nothing to stop by and get some cheese from a jar. So you can continue this way. Bam, bam, bam. This is the safe route. Of course, you can go through the sludge to save a fraction of a second. Otherwise, again, you can probably jump forward here. We are going to do it dry-footed this way. And get to the final boss of this zone and generally the whole world. Basically, what you want to do here is start hitting the jewel. Get a little piece of it, a little shard, and throw it into the toad mouth as quickly as possible. This is basically where you catch it off guard during its very first animation, where this is possible. The other time you have to wait for his attacks. Well, you don't have to necessarily. There is a way to one phase burn him, but that costs bubbles, and I generally tend not to do that. But yeah, very quick process. Basically defies explanation, or prevents me from properly explaining what's going on. But I like to do 2 phases on the boss. This one, it doesn't matter all that much, and this boss is a much bigger health sponge than the second one. The second one is a little more annoying to do in 2 phases, and a little more doable to do in 1 phase. However, I don't believe I would even know how to do that, even if I were attempting it. So again, I just don't bother with that. I just burn it in 2 phases, even if it costs some precious minutes, not seconds like here. So I don't know, might be up to your preference, whether you value your time more. And I guess if you are trying to farm something out of this, which it is possible to farm valuable stuff out of this, I guess. And especially on tribulation mode, I guess it would be a handy thing to burn it in one go. Yeah, the minecart. The minecart, basically what I do here, the little finger, the elite finger, doesn't really work on the minecart, so I don't bother with that. But once I get it below 50%, that's, I don't want to say that's about the time where baubles would despawn, but these can despawn once they are actually spawned. So it's better to collect them and get back to smashing the minecart afterwards, because you got plenty more time to smash the cart fully. You don't get any more baubles at the end of it either way, so it doesn't really matter, but it's better than to lose the baubles along the way. And again, we are stopped. We are waiting for this NPC to stop talking, and in fact there is more than enough time to do like 3 more diggings before this zone unloads and throws you back into the lobby, as you can see here. I wouldn't do it a 4th time because I can dig up a bunny, and the bunny can actually in the loading screen still bother me and bite me and potentially kill me, which is unfortunate and causes, among the loss of life, some annoyance with the way the game handles loading and stuff. It's basically messy. Anyway, we do exchange our baubles for bauble bubbles, consolidate it into these bigger collectibles, because baubles have a limited amount that you can collect inside the Super Adventure box. Once you hit 750, that's with 2 wallet expansions. Once you hit 750 baubles, you cannot collect anymore. So anytime you have the chance to purge some of those baubles, or rather craft them, so to speak, into something more valuable, you do it to lessen the risk that you would fill up your wallet, which we'll see whether we would actually get 500 baubles this run. That would mean we would max it out on the previous ones, or if we didn't actually purchase the bubble. Again, trying to do as efficient a route as possible. I don't know if there's anything faster than this river. Faster execution maybe. This part right here is a little bit of a safe time. Do a dodge jump from over here, otherwise you'd have to go from that cliff over there. I'm not even gonna show you, in the spirit of efficiency and speed. Again, another minor distraction, but I think the 50 baubles that are hiding here are well worth it. Well worth the short diversion. So, and we're coming up to the tranquil entrance into the river area. We do smash this barrel for a bit of a speed boost, because it lasts fairly long and helps us running across this bridge and avoiding all the attacks. Realistically, you don't have to dodge anything here. You can run through all the enemies if you make a run for it. You don't stop. They are very, very unlikely to hit you. It's been known to happen. But yeah, you can land here, ideally on the button, which I didn't. That costs us half a second, I guess. And then you just wait for the assassins to attack you. If it's white kimono assassin, well, if it's a red kimono assassin, you need to step out of the way, because they are generally killable in 3 hits. They have evade frames. And we're very unlucky with getting just those. And then there are those white kimono assassins, which is what spawned here, and those can generally be disposed of before they even have a chance of attacking if you're smart about it. So right here, you see I didn't even move, not until I wanted to collect the baubles. or the bauble, the single bauble. And we dig in between attacks, waiting for the other assassins to spawn. This was an unfortunate timing, but never mind. We didn't get the bauble, I believe. We're over 260, so that's a full stack. One stack away from... Oh no, this was a noob mistake. That's not usually what happens. Neither is this. And definitely not this. Fucking dumb. Never mind. Don't mind me. So you can do this without a dodge jump. I find it a little safer to do that. However, it wasn't safe now, but it's fine. Just lose a little bit of health. Here it's better to dispose of the toad. Trust me, you will want to do that. This one, however, you can just run past with no danger to you. Basically zero chance it sucks you in if you're quick enough. The thing about the other toad, the first toad, is that you have no cover, so fuck you, Jesus. This also never happens, like, ever. Only when I'm on stream, I guess. Otherwise, you jump up here. Here's a little camera work that I do, and right around this corner, you wrap around, and you wait for the logs, which is slightly less annoying than trying to cross this in on any other ways. This is basically Frogger. Another retro classic. Again, logs are your friends. You want to stay on top of them as long as possible, especially because of this place. Again, slight diversion that we take, again, for 50 bauble chest. And very unlucky hit from the bear. But other than that, this messy crossing of the river, and we continue here. Burn the forest behind us in case we fall and have to return from this checkpoint, so our path is clear. Ideally, it's not necessary, you can do it on the other run. And here we're gonna try to do the log, but that is far too late. And my mistake, I could have landed on the log and didn't have to go through the checkpoint, but that's fine. I am very impatient around this waterfall because this is basically the spot where you stop for a minute and take in the sights and shit. I hate it. I hate it here otherwise, generally. So yeah, what you want to do is wait for this log to descend, and then whatever log next. Again, impatience. However, you can. There's no fall damage here, so you can jump straight here and back into the teleporter and wait for another log. Of course, I am aware of the fact that my impatience brought me the need to wait for another log. I think we can make this one though. Yeah, this one is fine. And then you can do straight cross again, and basically with no stun from the fall, cross in this way. So it was less messy than I thought it would be. Yesterday I fell actually all the way down, and I had to go through the bear cave. There is a bear cave that is an alternate route, I guess, and which is needed for 100% completion, which we've previously done. I can show you the merits, I can show you the achievements. And this cage where you're safe along this side and this side, basically all those sides that are parallel with all the other terrain edges. And all you need to dodge is always this laughing attack. Like, he does a little laugh, a little chuckle, and then he does an attack that goes around the circumference of the cage, and that's when you dodge, ideally towards the cage. And again, you wait for the end of the zone. and to be teleported away. And hopefully collect some more baubles, as I did here. Pop, 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 bum, pum, 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 pum. Alright, and then you move on. These assassins are annoying. They can hit you very easily, as they did hit me here. I was not very careful, so it might be for your sanity better to dispose of them. I just take the hit and move on. They don't hit me 100% of the time, but a lot of the time they do. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward along these trees. Then to this assassin right here, it's better to zigzag a little bit once you get past him, because he can throw a shuriken at you and hit you mid-air, and that is one of the more annoying parts of this level, where they can knock you off the air and into the abyss. Otherwise, these assassins, mostly harmless. They do knock me around sometimes, but not today. We collect the free health. You may have noticed I didn't go through the gate that was leading up to the health pickup, or life pickup. Sorry. That's because there's a trap, actually. A trap that knocks you back, does some damage. Luckily, no longer insta-kill. Used to be that. Then, this platform, you ideally want to get rid of these assassins because they're annoying like this. Once you do that, you just wait for the piranha to jump at you, like here. Pick up one, jump on these trampolines, or bouncy pads. Get back down, pick another piranha. Hold on, this one despawned, really? So you just wait for them to jump at you. Lure them out, dodge out of the way, otherwise they would bite you, do some damage, and that's not the worst part, but when they hit you, they actually disappear. And then you pick up whatever piranha is left and try to jump so that you can jump over, but not in a way where you would need to redo this, because they can despawn, or rather they flop out of your hands after a while, so it's always better to reset them if you're not sure whether you'd have the time to do whatever task you're doing with it in your arms. And you continue on, you march on and go this way, and this this actually leads you to a shortcut in this zone. I usually do a dodge jump there. It didn't happen today, but luckily I had enough to cross the distance. There you can do a single dig before the hawk, or whatever, the eagle takes you, the shortcut eagle. And here, this is a pretty boring part of this level, or this zone, where basically you stand around, do nothing. All you can do is dig around in the eagle's back to pull out some of its organs into baubles. What am I doing? Wow, so many bunnies. But basically, this is a safe spot. This is a sweet spot for safety. Otherwise, if you would stand on the wings, which is not recommended, very much not recommended, you might be tempted to, because at some points, as you can see, there are some baubles whizzing by. You don't want those. You don't want to get tempted by those. You want to be safe behind the eagle's head. There you jump down. Actually have to hit the bell, which you can do on my YouTube video, right? And subscribe, of course. No, yeah, you hit the bell so that you can lower this bridge and then scale up this slippery slope. And this time you are standing on either of these four corners. Damn it! I didn't time the dodge properly because I'm talking and I'm not focusing. But basically, this is the safe spot from one of its attacks. The other, of course, is the laughing one. That one would hit you anywhere unless you dodged, like I did here. The timing on it is very forgiving, very big time frame. But this attack cannot hit us whatsoever. Oh, sorry for that yawn. There you go. You collect your just rewards, and we move on to zone 3. Not zone 3, zone 3. Where we're gonna get the last of our baubles, or bauble bubbles, more accurately. And we can move on to the portion of the video where I actually 100% this game type, this game zone, this festival. So right here you can just bolt right through. Don't care about the wind out of the mouth of the mountain. It's not necessary. I've been playing for 2 hours. Only 2 hours? That's... seems alright. Obviously not on stream, but actually I have been playing for 41 minutes, and that's including the dungeon armor. So yeah, you can genuinely clear the whole content under 2 hours. I mean, sorry, under an hour, right? I do take my time with some things, but otherwise I'm trying to haul ass, and yeah, it is possible. Of course, not with the 100% stuff that can be done here, but beyond a certain point it doesn't really matter. Here you don't have to care too much about any of this stuff. This is really deadly on tribulation mode, but rather safe here. These modes, however, are not, and you do want to jump right after this animation, otherwise you can get blown down and it's not a pleasant climb back up. This zone can get a little stingy with the checkpoints. There is one here, didn't used to be, by the way. That's why it's so conspicuous in the middle of the fucking ice. Oh, sorry. There have been a lot of checkpoints added, actually, and it still feels like there are zones where they are severely lacking. When compared to the other game modes, I don't really care that they're not here. I am quite capable of doing the whole zone in one go, basically, most of the time. I would have to adjust my play a little bit, but it's not impossible to do. However, it is just inconsistent. Not only... Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Where the fuck am I and how can I suicide? That has also happened for the first time. I mean, this year, definitely. Like, how did I fall there? That's insane. Anyway, you do want to get into this portal. Again, you do want to get into this portal. Fucking third time's the charm. You want to get into this portal. Boom, bam, bam, beam. Okay, go through here. Jump down. Don't care about the mouth. Especially after its animation is over. Do quick jumps over here. Because there is a mountain goat stepping on these. Here, if you're quick, you can burn through the waterfall or melt the waterfall and do this box all in one melt. Most of the time, I don't, so I do have to burn the waterfall one more time. Like here, it froze over right in front of me. Here, you can ideally wait for the mouth animation, but not after it's been recently there is a nuance to it that you have to figure out for yourself. And then you can open this door but not actually go through it. This takes us to a previous location, but I do like to pick it up, and trust me, you will want to also before you do some really stupid fall right here around these platforms. Like, it has happened to me. It's been known to happen to me. Okay, right, like here. Right here. Also something that never happened before. Not from this spot, but you can kill yourself and look where it takes you, which checkpoint. And it's this one. So if you open the door, you don't have to go through the portal and do all this stuff extra. You just have to go through this one and climb this little piece of stretch of land. If we didn't open the door, we'd have to go through some of the previous series shit. But this takes us straight to the mini boss, basically the boss before boss. We will watch for this animation. Basically, it does it one more time in our direction, and then we can jump up and ideally kite him like this, or kite it like this. Just keep running around, circling around, strafing until you kill it, and you can burn it very easily this way. Just don't get knocked down or something like with his attacks. Be wary of those. But that takes us to the Storm fucking Wizard, an annoying boss, but not difficult either. So you want to wait for this animation to end, and then he's gonna send some projectiles, and you can defend against them by using the reflective hand, or rather I should say deflective, I don't know. Either way, it's skill 9 that will save you some trouble. Then when you get the boss below 50, he changes form, and he changes it to this annoying prick. Basically what he does is the same initial attack, the one you're supposed to stun him with. However, then he teleports. The first thing he does is a little animation where he points a finger at you, basically. That is deadly and will kill you, or rather cost you health. However, there is a rare chance it will also do this animation instead, shuffle away, and then you can kill it. Or specifically, he does that on the end. He always points his finger at the beginning when he's initially stunned through reflection. However, after he's getting the crap beat out of him, after flying around like a ghost, like an apparition of your grandma, after you whack him, and after you whack him before he teleports again, there is a high probability that he will do the point again, and it has massive range, and basically is really, really annoying. And he hits very consistently, so it's much better when you smack the shit out of him and he goes back into this like judgy mode. He will wreck your shit. Anyway, I'm moving away from platforms, actually rotating around, which is necessary because, as you can see, the dragon destroyed one of the platforms, and basically there is a notion of knowing where the dragon will land. I used to do it, that I was constantly moving between platform to platform, but when you do that very early on, at least, you will go through the whole platform and then run into this spot where you cannot go forward. You have to go back, and that was really scary because I didn't know whether the dragon will actually spawn right underneath the platform jumping to next or something. It is a little difficult to do it that way. What you can do instead, and this is a much more reliable method, and I will show you this. When the dragon is here, he will then fly away, do a little dip, right? And then this is hard to see, but then the model disappears. When it disappears, it decides which platform it's gonna bite. So it was the one we were standing on. So you can run away this way and avoid the attack completely, and it's fine. And you can go back and burn him in the second very short phase. And that's how you do it most efficiently, I believe. And that's it for these zones and for this world. And also, hello. Nebo bych měl radši říct ahoj, Voslíku. Asi si všiml, že dělám stream v angličtině. Minimálně dnešní stream, protože dělám 100% completion a chtěl jsem to trošku okořenit, trošku obohatit, ale možná na to přejdu jako na nový standard. Uvidíme ještě do budoucna. Každopádně minimálně dnešní stream dělám v angličtině, tak doufám, že to budeš brát aspoň jako příležitost pocvičit. A samozřejmě mi nevadí, když budeš četovat v češtině a podobně, ale chtěl jsem se věnovat dnešnímu komentáři takhle. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, we are back to the post zone area, which is actually again just a bonus stage where you can collect more baubles, get more rewards. It is a little different than destroying an innocent card. In fact, these robbers are actually robbing you of baubles when they touch you. They don't hit you for anything, even though it looks like an attack animation. Has all the hallmarks of hitting you, but they hit you for 0 hit points. And mostly doesn't matter whether they hit you or not. You get lots more from killing them in the end. So you can avoid those attacks, but I find it generally more annoying than to just smash them from up close, letting them pickpocket you. It's not a big deal. And there we go. So that's this done. The regular ass running. Now for the fun part. So we're gonna pick up this box, open this, and we are just shy of 500. So basically, if we opened any of these chests along the way, we would cross the threshold of the 750 before. So it was good that we did exchange the baubles for bubbles. We are at 650 now, so we will exchange it once more, get some more bubbles, and there we go. We did get this chest, which was the sole reason I was doing dailies after dailies after dailies for so many long, basically, for so long, for so many days in a row. We are going to leave this hub because this hub is annoying as fuck. Even though you get rewards from Super Adventure Box, there are certain boxes that you cannot open in the hub. You have to open in the real world. So we will emerge from this fever dream, this fucking insane asylum of a Super Adventure Box, and we'll go back to Ratasum at night, as it seems. Anyway, this is where we're gonna pick up the last of the rewards. So basically, Super Adventure Weapon Box is an interesting thing, which you could get for every 8 daily achievements, the collective daily achievements, right? You do. Basically, it's structured this way. There are individual dailies, which are the Adventuring 102 and Environmental Science 101, this sort, that actually collects up or adds up to the coursework. So this is the one that actually awards you progress in what is then a festival reward, or rather festival achievement, which is this course load. So Course load consists of 8 coursework finishes and awards you with this super adventure weapon box. Now, when you open this one, there are orange weapons or orange weapon skins, which you can pick up, or there is a choice of 8 bubbles, which we'll leave aside, and then 8 Crimson Assassin tokens. Now you get these from dailies as well, but you get them in very minute quantities. This 8 one is like a bonus. It's every 8 days basically. You get 8 Crimson Assassin tokens. What you virtually do is you double up on your daily efforts if you do the daily this way. So you get a lump sum every 8 days. And these Crimson Assassin tokens are basically what separates us from our last reward structure, basically, the last weapon skin set. These orange weapons are interesting because they can be purchased on the trading post. In fact, if we do look for Kaiser, as you can see, they are available for purchase. For some insane prices, and if you were to collect this collection through these means, you'd be like, I don't know, at least 1,000 gold lighter. However, it would also mean that you'd have this collection much sooner than I do, or rather, the completion of Super Adventure Box much sooner than I do, because you could take this box and retrieve the Crimson Assassin tokens instead. And this is what has been limiting me for the past few years, what was left from my account. The Crimson Assassin weapons are different in that if we actually click, we're gonna pick this up because we want these, right? The Crimson Assassin tokens do purchase these skins. Now these skins you cannot get on the trading post. In fact, if you try to type in Crimson, you will see that there are just some Crimson Lion boxes. I mean weapons. Those are not Super Adventure Box related. So this is basically the only thing, or the only way to purchase these red weapons. I'm sorry, I need to mute the fucking game. Why do they keep talking around here? The only way to get these is through persistence, basically, through playing the game. There are a couple of other weapon sets around here, and I will go through exactly what I have unlocked so far. Basically, this is the last thing that I have left to do. So I will go back to, I guess, the bank, where you can see it most prominently. So basically, the rewards are structured thusly. There are some weapon skins. These range from the super basic set. These are the super weapons. This set you can actually buy for bubbles, which is probably the most efficient way to get these. Or you can buy these at the trading post. They are relatively cheap. However, I do believe it's still better to get them through regular gameplay. This was basically the first set I collected, and there is a collection for these. And we will go through the collections as well, through the achievements. Then there is the Kaisersnake weapons. Those, as I said, can be purchased on the trading post, or they can be gotten from this monthly chest, or sorry, monthly, basically weekly chest. These the trading post, the non-account bound variant is basically it is a drop. It is a drop from Tribulation mode. It is incredibly rare, and I mean incredibly rare. I haven't gotten any of these dropped in any of my runs, and I have done my fair share of runs. In fact, if you look at the King Toad's weapons, these are from Tribulation Mode, World 1. Basically, what I had to do was run Tribulation Mode 16 times. This is what is asked of you if you want this set. There's no other way to get these. Again, these are account bound, exclusively account bound, and the only way to get them is to do World 1, all 3 zones, 16 times. The same goes for the Storm Wizard collection. So this yellow set, and this yellow set comes from World 2 Tribulation Mode. This was a pain in the ass to do 16 times. Jesus. It was insane. Basically the time I spent today doing just the daily, daily casual run, that's what it would take me to complete World 2 Zone 3 every day previously. But we did it. We got this collection. Then what they added was there's a lot. I don't even remember all the names. This is really bad. Vanquisher is much better. This one I don't really remember how you can get these. I think these are just through a vendor. You can get these at this vendor right here, this weaponsmith. Yeah, Super Adventure Box Weaponsmith. Yeah, they are worth 16 bubbles each, and 2 more gold coins. I think this is the only way to get them. I am not sure. However, these were very easy to acquire. As you can see, I am swimming in bubbles. Part of that is because we didn't pick up our weekly trades. But yeah, these I've gotten through this vendor, I believe. Then there is the glitched weapon box, which has a very curious vendor price. Basically, this box is a scam. Don't buy this box. But the glitched weapons can be bought on the trading post. I showed the little diversion that it costs to get these. And if we actually look for them here, we have a full set again. These have cool little effects on them. Basically, it's most visible on the shield, where the pattern on the weapon actually glitches out, right? So there are some parts like the axe, the blade basically glitches out of the shaft right outside. So it has a neat little cool effect. So those are that's loot that you can get regularly. And yeah, that's pretty much all the sets that's been in the game until now. I do believe that's all of them. And this year they added one more full set and a couple weapons that are just like one-offs, basically. Those are at Sparking Stone here, and that's these 3: Retro Forge Hammer, Retro Forge Short Bow, and these are not a full set. These are the only 3 that you can get. But they are basically, they look very, I don't know, I described them as cyberpunky before. That's not really what they are, but the color scheme is kind of suggestive of that. And they're kind of cool, including the spear gun, which is not something you get through regular sets. So yeah, we will be getting these this year. And then there's one more set, and that one more set is basically hard light weapons. These hard light weapons can be gotten through 2 means, 3 means basically, or fundamentally 2 means. One is through these hard light coins. There's currently only one in the game that you can get for a single account. There's no more, and the weapon you get from this coin is also account bound, so you just get one free weapon, and the other ones you have to loot. They are as loot, they are as drops. However, they are again quite rare. They are from these super loot bags. Now there's only one way to acquire these super loot bags so far, and besides buying them on the trading post, it is from doing the new daily category, which is basically run through a single world. When you do a full world run, you get 3 of these boxes, and that's it. That's all you get for one account. You can do this on multiple accounts, and because these bags are not account bound, you can basically farm these. It is possible with multiple accounts. However, it just didn't seem feasible, and as you can see, their trading post value is not great. It's like 1 gold, and the weapons you get from these is the hard light weapons, which, as you can see, are quite expensive. Some more expensive than others, but they are quite expensive. So I am assuming the drop rate on some of these weapons is like you'd have to buy what, like 42 of those bags, around 43, 44, to have a chance to drop a single weapon. We will actually see. I will open these 35 loot bags that I have been hoarding since, I don't know, like week 2 or something. I will actually pop these open, see if we get any luck. But as a contingency, and because I said this is gonna be the year where I 100% this game mode, this festival, as a contingency, I did buy most of the weapons on the trading post. In fact, I bought one accidentally twice, so we will resell this one, or I can do it as a giveaway or something. No, I don't know. But we do have 15 weapons here and 1 through the Heartlight coin, so we do not need any luck on these super loot bags. If we don't get any weapon, it's gonna be really fucking stupid, but basically I'm prepared for this opportunity. I don't like this design, by the way. I don't like the fact that you get limited number of these loot bags. Basically every single other weapon, there are some other means you can get it reliably through your playtime, even if it takes years, as it did with the Crimson Assassin set. But there is a way. This is the only one that you have to buy from other players, and it's a small mercy, even though I did spend about 500 gold on this Heartlight weapon set. It is a small mercy that these weapon chests or these loot drops are what they are, and that the market actually stabilized at a certain point where it's not incredibly insane to get these. But basically these weapons could have cost hundreds a pop, much like the Kaisersnake weapon skins, and I would have been screwed. I would have been fucked up and couldn't finish it. But I did say I will finish this festival this year, and I meant it. And I did go through the sacrifice of getting the Heartlight weapon set. So anyway, while we're at it, let's have a look at our accomplishments. Basically, as I said, all the upgrades I have. There is, I guess, a way to get more credit, theoretically, for Super Adventure Box than I do have currently right now. What I will show you is my efficiency page. My efficiency page will show you this. That's basically all the characters that you have on your account in terms of Super Adventure Box, right? And what they have unlocked. As you can see, my main character, whom I never used for Super Adventure Box, not very much, for some reason. My main character doesn't have a lot unlocked. So basically, I could be like 120% complete with Super Adventure Box if I did it on every character. But since this actually does track for every character on your account, every time I would make a new character, I would have to wait a year for Super Adventure Box and then go through all the upgrades, which are not necessary, really not necessary. However, Lucy, which we are on right now, as you can see, has done all the infantile modes, all the normal modes, all the tribulation modes, and has all the unlocks and learned all the songs. Those are basically your upgrades for this game mode. So I have all of it. That's one part. And then there's the other part, and that's the in-game achievements. And if we go through them, achievement by achievement, we do have a lot of it. There are no hidden achievements. Oh, you want the Guild Wars 2 efficiency website? You do need to generate an API key, nebo možná ti to řeknu v češtině, ale dám ti určitě link. Efficiency je skvělá stránka, jestli si ji ještě nikdy nepoužíval. I'm sorry for slipping into Czech for a little bit, but I do want to engage with chat. Jestli si nikdy nepoužíval, tak je to perfektní. Když si potom vygeneruješ API klíč na stránkách Guild Wars 2, přihlásíš se tam normálně pod svým účtem. Ideální udělat si tam API klíč se všema, vlastně já ti to ukážu na streamu, jak si když tak vygeneruješ API klíč. Jo, takhle, ty máš noční mod. OK, tak to máš, v pohodě. Já mám pocit, že ten sub panel se tam Jo, OK. Že ten sub panel se tam objevuje právě jenom během Super Adventure boxu. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Super Adventure, Guild Wars 2 efficiency shows you everything about your account. Basically, we could look even at the achievements from here. You would see that there are no hidden achievements in here anymore. I do have everything here. There is like a meta achievement for this. You get a King Toad's backpack cover for this. I do have this. I do have Associate of Baubles. I basically collected all the Baubles in World 1. I found all the secrets in World 1. I did it in infantile mode. All of that stuff. I just did all of it. World 1. World 2, as you can see, major achievement again. The meta complete. And we have the backpack cover. Super Tribulation mode. All the achievements that are available here. Super Adventure Box Nostalgia. We basically have everything here. This is yearly. Again, this resets annually. So we've already finished this year. So it's reset and can be only completed next year. I'm sorry, this is the Tribulation mode. So we technically don't have this one, but this one doesn't have an AP count. So I am putting it aside. Basically it's infinitely repeatable, or rather it would give us nothing but bubbles. So technically it's done. I have done it in the past, of course, obviously. So I've done this one is infinite, as you can see. I maxed out on APs. That's good enough for me. Basically I got all the rewards from this one. This is the one we've collected this year. So 200 APs is the current maximum you can have for annual nostalgia. You cannot have more. So we have the max. And so that's the festivals tab, and they did split off the collections into the festival collections. So if we look here, we do have the glitched adventure, that's for the glitched weapons. We have the Kaiser, that's for the orange weapons. The King Toad, as I've shown you already. Basically what you can get here is also the oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about the orange weapons. There is one more method of getting them, and that is you get 2 for completion of Tribulation mode. You get ascended quality weapons out of it too, which is cool, and an infusion, which is what I have, and we will get another infusion today. But there are 2 that you can get through these means as well. So if you do the Tribulation mode for World 1 and World 2, and do it 16 times as I have done, you get 2 more orange weapons. So basically we've been as efficient as we could have been. And yeah, so that's these, and then there's the Super Adventure, that's for the basic skins. Very easy collection. So those are these. And yeah, of course there's this collection, the Crimson Assassin, which we will track now. There are 4 weapon skins that are still missing, and 1 back piece skin that is missing. But it's not all. Basically, there are more rewards here. There is the weekly trader, which we will use on today's stream as well. However, there's also motto. This one doesn't have any wares, but then there's the weaponsmith, which basically offers you all the sets that you can get through normal gameplay. Then there are the super weapons. As I said, these are fairly cheap to get through playing the game. The Crimson Assassin, which you don't technically need to use this vendor, but we might buy it here, why not? And then there's the Moto's X design. These are used in crafting the yellow weapons and the green weapons. So we've done this, we've got all of this. But then there's this vendor, little hidden behind all these players, but basically this one has the rest of the rewards. So this is nothing, this is just baubles. This is exchanging some useless items for baubles, including the continue coins. Continue coins are of course not useless, but if you've got a surplus, which I typically do, you can recycle them into baubles. And then there is this, of course, limited use super explosive finisher. Basically we don't have this, but let's say we buy this today to have it in the bank, have a single use little nuke, which we will drop on someone in PvP, I guess, in the future, but it's limited use, so yeah, unfortunately. No infinite version, or rather the infinite version is from the Black Lion trading post, or rather the gem store, which I don't count. For the purposes of this collection or this completion, I do not count anything that comes from the gem store, just to be clear. I hope you don't consider that cheating. Yeah, then there's these, again, those are consumables. We technically don't have these, but because they're consumables, there's no maxing out on them, so I do not generally consider them as part of completion. Besides, we might get them from these loot bags. And then, yeah, there's this page, which is the interesting one for us, because this one has all the available rewards. Basically, we don't have plush S either. Again, I do not count plush S. This is a new type of accessory. It doesn't give us anything but the item of accessory. I am not gonna buy this, even though I could afford it. 64 bubbles. There's nothing, because I have legendary accessories, 2 of them. There's no need for me to buy this. There's no skin associated with it, no aura, no nothing, no collection as far as I can tell. So there's no need to really buy this. If ever that need arises, we will buy this. There are these new reality rigs, these chest pieces. We are missing MK3, but I have this right in my inventory, so we're gonna pop this, get a medium armor, just to be able to salvage it. And yeah, skin unlocked, so we got this one. That one's done now. So these 2 rewards unlocked, this recipe unlocked, super backpack cover unlocked through achievements, Minimoto previously bought, unlocked, everything unlocked. Virtual box I can show you in my bank, but trust me, I have it unlocked. There are 2 versions of this. One is active, and when you put it on, you actually see super adventure box minis or miniatures around. It's kind of funny. It seems like you're losing your mind, basically. Super ooze unlocked, super boombox unlocked, all the 4 versions. These are really cool items, by the way. Those are novelties. And then of course plush moto backpack cover unlocked. Again, doesn't show here, but I do have it. The only one that's missing is the Crimson Assassin backpack cover, which, as you've seen, we will get through the collection of the Crimson Assassin tokens. So enough talk. Let's get it. Let's get the rest of it. So first things first, super loot bags. Let's use them all. Let's see what we get. Wish us luck that we get a good drop and we can at least sell it on the trading post. Let's go. Come on. And nothing. As I said, nothing. There's nothing. Yeah. 35 bags. We've been collecting this for what? Half a festival, and we didn't get shit. We got some of these consumables, which we've seen at the vendor. We can sell these for a little bit of profit. It's nothing to write home about, but yeah, F indeed. There's some gear at least. So again, just a couple items. It will help with legendary crafting, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, let's not bother with that now. What we want to continue towards is picking up the trading post items. As I've shown you, this is the hardlight weapons. There's a little more than that. There are also dyes that are mixed in. These are cheap dyes that I wanted to buy. Just to have them in the collection, but more importantly there are these, so we're gonna unlock these one by one. So hardlight staff, unlocked skin, it shows up here. Unfortunately, as I remember, there's no collection associated with these, so that sucks. However, let's just unlock them this way, one by one, and loot back to the bank as well, just to make sure which skin is the last one to get through the coin. Oh, come on. Unlock skin. Yes, please.
This is where I conduct my business.
This is crazy. What am I doing? So much money wasted. So much fucking money.
Why am I arguing with a golem?
Alright, click, click, click. And the hammer is the last one, but not really. If we look into the bank and again into weapon skins and search for hard light, you will see that we now have most of these skins except for the pistol. The pistol was, at the time of my decision to buy these of the trading post, was the most expensive, so I did leave it to get from the hard light coin. I don't know if it's still the most expensive, it might not, but we will get it through here, through this means. And that completes this collection. So perfect. Wonderful. Wicked. And we can sell this staff back on the trading post. Or yeah, this one is it's not the worst. I am feeling generous though, and I do want to give back. So Voslíku, jsi tady ještě pořád? Napiš mi in-game jméno, prosím. Dostaneš to jako giveaway. Nechce se mi to prodávat zpátky, abych to šup, ať máš nějaký výhody z toho, že na mě koukáš. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one as a giveaway. When I was buying this, it wasn't entirely accidental. That's your character name? Is that the... Can I type this into the mail? Or will it not go to someone else? Mail item 2. Okay. Hopefully you get it. Oh shit, I cleared it. Fuck. Once again. 2. Okay. Just Alright, much better. And send. Okay, unable to find recipient. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, okay. Do I need to type it? It's fine. Do I need to type it with? It's better than that. At least it didn't go to any other other person. That would have been a faux pas. Still nothing. Did I type it wrong? I just copied it off the chat. Oh, now it. All right. Okay. Oh, it wasn't Saya. It was that was supposed to be sorry, I guess. Was it? Okay. By the way, I should really put this on. I just noticed part of the inventory is hidden behind the chat box. Send. Come on. We are suppressed at the moment. I'm sorry. I'm suppressed for spam. So just wait a minute. I will keep it around here. Hopefully it doesn't. It's fine. We will buy this thing in the meantime. These can apparently drop out of the loot bags as well. The bags that we just opened. Unfortunately, we were not that lucky. So there we go. We're buying this one, and this one. More money in the trash. And more bubbles. But there we go. Skin unlocked. It's not visible around the or underneath the mail window, but that doesn't matter. There we go. And these are exotic at least, so I guess we can mystic forge these or whatever. Oh, there are descriptions. Break down the walls of your world. To unclouded eyes, no experience is old. And fear of the deep waters is shared by young and old alike. Okay, that makes sense for the spear gun, I guess. The hammer is poetic. Break down the walls of your world. It's cool. Alright, can we send the mail now? Send. Perfect. Alright, enjoy. You can start your own collection, and hopefully these weapons will have a little more value in the future. Or less value, I don't know. I would flip it. If I were you. They are kind of useless now. Yeah, anyway, so that was next to last. That was almost everything that we needed to get, except, of course, these Crimson Assassin weapons. So we will have to hunt for these a little bit. I don't remember which ones we don't have unlocked. But they're generally two-handed weapons, each one costing 16 Crimson Assassin token. The price varies, whether it's just offhand or one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon. The two-handed weapons are the most expensive. For some reason, I left those for last. Anyway, let's get them. So, yeah, there's the greatsword. Yeah, perfect. We have it tracked. The greatsword. Then there's the longbow. Then there's the rifle. And finally, last but not least, the short bow. Which will finish years and years of trying and of grinding this content. We are finally the Crimson Assassin. Worth 8 APs at the very end, and awarding us with an ascended version of the Super Assassin backpack, which is a cool looking back piece. I will preview it. It's not that cool looking. However, it's got one perfect thing. And for that we will have to actually travel to LA, which is this portal, right? So we got the skin. We don't need the ascended thing, especially because we already have legendary back pieces, right? So there's no need to keep the item itself around. However, this comes with one perk, as opposed to the one you can actually buy this skin off of the vendor. However, the vendor version is not ascended quality, and more importantly, doesn't have this little juicy thing in it, and that's the Moto's Unstable Bauble Infusion. So there are only two versions of this infusion in game, the red one and the blue one. We got both. However, the red one is doubled in game. There are two sources where you can get those. So you can get two red ones and one blue one. We already have both of these, but for the sake of just like showing you, I do want to get it out and show you what the infusion looks like and what you can get if you actually do the collection, if you do the tribulation mode, the tribulation weapon collections, which I've shown you. So I will invest in some. I want a salvage thing. Give me a salvage tool. That's gonna be enough. And if we break this, oh no, we cannot break this down. Really? What is this garbage? Well, never mind. It's not a bad investment. We can still use this. So I guess we will need one infusion extraction device. That's fine. Extract, and we can get this infusion, which if we apply to legendary gear, we can always retrieve. And basically what it looks like is this. I don't know if the mists is the best place to show it, but you can see the little trail it leaves. Let's go back to LA with some more natural light. But yeah, I want to showcase this because it's fantastic. Because it's functional too. Like I like it. It's not only the skin, but also gives you 9 agony resistance, which is basically the optimal number, I would say, and plus 5 power. So this is basically like the best quality infusion you can get in the game. And more importantly, when you look at the effect, it has little cubes. They are cubes indeed. Little colorful cubes that are emanating from your character. It's very subtle. I like this infusion for this, that it's not very overpowering, but yeah, it does leave a little trail when you run. And when combined with the blue infusion, it does a little weird effect where some of these cubes overlap and they form a sort of purple one. It is kind of curious. I can show you that if you are interested. However, yeah, this is basically 100% Super Adventure Box completion. We are at the end here for this year at the very least, until the next year when they presumably add more rewards and hopefully more content. But yeah, this years-long journey is at the end. Feels good. Feels accomplished. Okay, there's one more thing. We're gonna pick up the weekly items, see how many bubbles we have left. Hopefully enough to get everything relevant, and this will help us with our legendary journey, i.e. Buying legendaries or crafting legendaries. So the weekly trader is one more thing that is interesting here. Basically, weekly you can trade your bubbles for these things. Mystic coins, which are not as expensive as last year and the previous year, but still very nice to get through bubbles if you're playing the content anyway. Legendary shards, definitely perfect. Amalgamated draconic lodestones, these are great. Even for this price, it's quite steep. 45 bubbles. That's not little, but these sell for a shit ton. Basically, one for 5 gold and 66 each. These are a must get. and then amalgamated gemstones. I will leave the rest. I don't feel like the exchange voucher is really worth it. It might, who knows, but we will need some bubbles for next week as well, because of course this trade resets on Monday, so we want to get the Monday wares, and I do not want to go through more Super Adventure box. I feel a little exhausted, to be honest. After all the years I've been jumping this daily, day in and day out, I am finally done. I am 100% finished. So yeah, that's it. That's it this year. And basically, I guess for the stream as well, I don't know what else to do. I don't have anything else to plan, even though the stream was kind of short. 1:35. I thought we would be spending more time with the explanations and stuff, but I guess the run was very short. Today's dailies were pretty good, pretty friendly. Yeah, maybe my plans for the future. So, if someone somehow finds this as a VOD on YouTube, first of all, thank you for sticking with this content. Second of all, I do plan to stream more in English, Guild Wars 2 content and other games alike. I don't know when other games will come, but at least for now, Guild Wars 2 will return in English. However, not before I will probably finish End of Dragons playthrough, or my End of Dragons initial first walkthrough in Czech. I will probably do Czech streams for a while still, when we go through End of Dragons content, because I started it in Czech. It makes no sense to suddenly switch to English there. What also doesn't make sense to switch to English in is my Legendary Journey. That is my series of map exploration, where I do collections for precursors, and then we craft legendaries out of those precursors. I've been doing those in Czech for a good while. However, the last one we did, or the last chapter we did, we crafted two legendaries, the Incinerator and Bolt. We did those streams in Czech. It feels like a good chapter to end it on. I would like to expand it a little bit. I would like to attract new viewers, because I do feel like the series has legs. It is potentially interesting to outsiders. It's not like me playing the game for the first time as a veteran. It is me exploring the game in a little more like a fun project way, and I do feel like it might be fun for audiences that are outside of the Czech playing community. Also, I just generally want to become a Guild Wars 2 content creator. I want to get some hopes of becoming an ArenaNet partner, because they do seem to care about the game 100%. They do want to develop it further. It seems to be to stick around. It seems to continue in full strength, and it seems to be coming up with more and more content, which I am gonna play anyway. And while I do that, it feels like it's a great opportunity to actually expand a little bit. So yeah, I might want to do the Legendary Journey at the very least, switch to English, and we will start with some maps that are for the Dreamer collection. And we'll see where that goes, whether we actually attract any new viewers, if there are actually people on Twitch who do want to watch Guild Wars 2 content. And yeah, I would like to expand in this direction, and also some other games, hopefully. for now, Guild Wars 2 is definitely a priority of mine. It will not go away anytime soon. However, the plans are what they are. I would like to get back on track, at the very least, with the Legendary Journey, which I have interrupted for various reasons, End of Dragons expansion included. But yeah, I want to get back into the swing of things. So I will end the stream, I guess, with a little bit of an overview of what comes next. Because we will go for the new legendaries. I have looked at efficiency. Efficiency is showing these new legendary weapons, the one from the Orient collections, as more valuable than any of the other ones, which I do believe. I do trust that this is kind of correct, at least on the trading post, because these are trading postable, by the way. They can be purchased through the trading post, which is a return to form from the first generation. This makes the second generation an outlier, actually, which cannot be purchased on the trading post. But as you can see, the Orine legendary weapons are what they are. They are priced what they are priced. I don't know what's their stock, how many there are actually to be purchased. Oh, I can actually preview them this way, can I not? Oh, fuck me. I'd kill myself if I accidentally bought one of these. But yeah, in terms of my legendary journey, what I still haven't decided how many of these Orine ones I will go for. They do seem to be like a lot of work. There's at least one we will get. That's because we have the precursor, right? So it's a no-brainer to do at least one. However, what it means, we will be switching out some of the planned ones that I have. Therefore, I have to think long and hard which ones it's gonna be. I am thinking about the longbow, which is, I don't know what it's called. But I'm probably gonna get the longbow, and my reasoning for that, oh come on, we're too far. Orine's Persuasion, that's a rifle. Orine's Flight, no, that's the longbow. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, it's huge. Fuck me, it's very conspicuous. That is way larger than Kudzu, isn't it? So yeah, previously I planned for doing Kudzu because I've just felt like, yeah, I have a ranger. It feels natural to have Kudzu on it, on the ranger. However, I felt like Kudzu is not actually a good weapon for any of the, Kudzu is way more subtle. Way more subtle. It feels like Kudzu is not a very good weapon for any other profession but ranger. I guess you can do a nature themed whatever, but it does feel like a weapon fit for ranger but nothing else. I can't imagine running around with my warrior and with my char warrior and sporting Kudzu as a longbow, and some other professions, right? Like dragon hunter. All of these, they don't seem to like thematically fit. Orine's weapons, however, because there is gonna be like the modular sense to them, like the progression thing, where you can have these skinned as like Zaitan's theme and Kralkatoric's theme. These weapons seem to be a lot more universal. Like, of course, this doesn't quite fit the aesthetic of my Char warrior. However, what it does fit, or the dragons which might fit, like a molten fiery weapon that is styled after Primordis, that's a perfect fit. So is like Kralkatoric's crystalline thing. Glacial theme is great for guardian and stuff. I feel like this has a lot more purpose, and there are a lot of professions that are going to be using the longbow. I am thinking about 2 more weapons, and that's the sword, because I do want something fleshy. This looks kind of cool, actually. Stowed. And yeah, this would this has the added benefit of swapping out for Gen 2 weapons, which Generation 2 weapons in legendaries are good for like the first 4 that they released, and the rest of them are garbage generally. Not the skins themselves, but their acquisition method is just so tedious and so stupid, and they are so needlessly expensive. I hate them. I genuinely do. So yeah, just to switch it out for the Shining Blade. However, a sword is very down the line, so that's way past all the other ones. And then we got Orin's Breath, which is the torch. I am thinking about getting a torch. This doesn't look like a torch at all. Again, very large, very conspicuous. But yeah, I generally don't like Rotgord as a skin. I feel like Rotgord is not that nice looking weapon. It looks very, I don't know, gem story. This is a boring skin. Well, what can I tell you? A boring torch. I don't know if there's like a cool unsheath. No, I don't even know what the fucking unsheath effect is. Is there one? I don't know. It moves around, which is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, I might not swap this one. But anyway, the good thing about Orin's weapons, as legendaries, is that when you get into the final instance of the story, you can preview them, basically what they look like in action, because when you get like the Orin transformation, you get like the god powers. Your weapons that you have equipped are reskinned to the legendaries, so we can actually preview them live in game, which is probably what I'm gonna do on Ranger, because Ranger can equip all of these 3 weapons that I'm thinking about replacing. So we'll see whether they are worth it, and then we'll plan accordingly. However, in terms of our legendary journey, just to like highlight and explain what I'm gonna try to do in the following months, potentially years, we will do what is this? Orange Gaze? Focus. That one is expensive, huh? Anyway, I would like to highlight my plan for the next legendaries that I'm gonna do. The next one is definitely gonna be Dreamer. The Dreamer is great. I love the thing. It's fun. It's lovely. So yeah, we are going for this slot next. Then what we want to do is the Moot. That is the mace. The mace looks again very jokey, very dumb weapon. However, it has some fantastic collections, which I'll go into reasons why I want the Moot a little later, I guess. Then this Astralaria, that's one of the Gen 2 weapons that has a good collection that doesn't actually suck. I don't know where it is. There we go. It's actually valued a little lower than the Gen 1 weapons now. That is the axe. It's a shame I cannot show you in a game at the moment. I don't know. I can copy chat link, I guess. Show you what the weapons look like and what we are planning to get. I'm not on a team. That doesn't matter. If I switch to a party chat, will it? No, I'm not in a party. I don't know. I don't want to shout a random fucking Astralaria. Okay, yeah. I just linked chat. Never mind. This is what it looks like. It's very subtle when it's stowed, actually. I didn't even know. Well, okay, let's do it this way then. I don't need to show you the efficiency, right? Let's go through what we're gonna get. Alright. That's exactly what I knew would fucking happen. I do need... I want to... I don't know. Where do I say this so that... Oh! Hold on, I actually have my own guild. Cool. I can spam chat links here. So I'll do it this way. I'll show you what I want to get in this method. So again, we are going for the Dreamer next. Copy chat link to clipboard. The Dreamer, which looks this way. It shoots unicorns. It's great. The unsheathed weapon effect is a unicorn flying off, as I see. Didn't even know that. So after the Dreamer, we're doing the Moot, as I said. The Moot looks this way. God damn it, this is so unwieldy. But yeah, sort of a disco ball. I hope you can see something, right? You can see all of it. Cool. It is a disco ball on a stick. Then I said the Astralaria. That collection doesn't suck, and that one is actually quite fun. Doesn't even need that much of in terms of those collections, so that's good. Rodgord we've already shown in game. Kudzu as well. Sharor, however, is a hammer that I really want, even though the weapon itself doesn't feel that useful. Sharor is a very cool weapon in that it changes based on whether it's night or day. It has a little weird effect, and it also is a very underrepresented legendary. Very few people have this. Very cool effect when you unsheath it, as I can see. Very flashy, and it goes away, which is a definite plus. It's not that obnoxious. It does move around, shift about a little bit. It is a nice skin. Then we're going for Verderak. Again, mostly for the collections, even though it is a very flashy skin, very big, very noticeable, very prestigious, I would say. I don't know how to fucking recognize it among these icons though. I don't know what it looks like in... Hey, where the fuck is Verderak? What, is it cheap? Is it because it's cheap? Yeah, it is quite cheap actually. It's one of the cheaper legendaries. It's probably it's the second cheapest. But yeah, it is a very good Warhorn. Basically, when it's stowed, it's very small. When it's wielded fully, it's incredibly huge and kind of ugly, to be honest. It's like I don't mean the skin itself. The skin is gorgeous, but the way it's like so huge and so fucking on the nose, it doesn't really look all that good. However, it does give you a novelty. When you finish the collection for it, you do get a playable instrument in game. So that is a big reason for why I want to do this legendary out of all. Then we're going for the Predator. Honestly, the Predator would be another sort of thing that I would replace with some other legendary. I do not care about that skin at all. I really only care about the functionality of the legendary on that one. The Predator is of course the rifle. it's not that good a looking weapon. I feel. Also gives you a very obnoxious effect, as I can see. I did not even know that. Some people might like it. I don't. I certainly don't. But I guess it has its supporters and its crowd. It's okay. It's the best looking rifle out of all the legendaries. I don't know what the legendary orange rifle actually looks like. I did not check. I did not check on any of these. In fact, it's the first time I've seen all of these. I do not like these skins. Like the fact that it doesn't look like a rifle, that it has no mechanical parts and stuff. That is a big turn off for me. With both rifles and pistols, that is the one thing that I hate about skins. That are these ephemeral, rainbowy effect type. I can tolerate it at almost any other skin, but when it comes to rifles and pistols, it is a definite turnoff for me. I don't know why with those exactly, but it just feels like when you have a rifle, it needs to be mechanical. It needs to look like it is modern and stuff. And Predator does that to an extent. So I do like the idea of it more. Then what's lined up is Hope. And I hope we ever get to do that. That is way down the road now. But yeah, that is the pistol. And again, mostly for the collection, not for the skin. That one actually has some story put into it and stuff, you know, like these weapons do. Astralaria and this one is going to be very fun collecting. Doing the collection for these is going to be fantastic. In fact, we've been doing a little bit of collecting for this one. So that's Hope. And then we're going for the double downs. So if we decide against the sword from the Orin collection, because they do seem to be very difficult to acquire, we can still fall back on the other sword skin that we don't have, which is the Shining Blade. And the Shining Blade looks kind of like this. So this and preview this thing. It is not an ugly skin, by the way. I do kind of like it in terms of its aesthetic. However, it is from Generation 2, and Generation 2, as I said, I don't like the collections for those. Not for this weapon. It's not fun. It's not fun to collect for this, but I do like it. It does, however, feel a lot like other weapons in terms of its aesthetics, and weapons I do already have. So I would rather get this Orin, I guess. We'll see about that. Then our second axe will be the Frostfang. That one I actually don't like the skin of. Really don't like the skin of. However, I don't want to triple or quadruple on other legendary skins, or the Orin legendary skins, because like what, am I gonna have 17 weapons of the same aesthetic? I would rather get this one. This one is at least like kind of intimidating, kind of like a new theme. We'll see how the Jormag's Orin styled weapons will look like. They are planning to remodel them a little bit, but yeah, it's a unique aesthetic on this at least. And then we would do the second mace, Eureka. Again, not something I would like go for skin wise. It is Generation 2, so again, very dull collection for it. But again, some like interesting aesthetic. The good way when it's stowed. Looks very good when it's sewed. The fact that it doesn't actually have the mace head on it, it's kind of fun, to be honest. And it is very unique looking in terms of like the flames and the like obsidian bits around here. I don't hate it, so I am going to keep this one. And last but not least, well, it is the least good looking one, is Quip. Quip, another sort of a jokey legendary weapon. The second pistol that we would be getting. And that one is just like all kinds of garbage, I would say. I genuinely don't like the way it looks, and again, the fact that it doesn't look mechanical is a big turn off. The sound is obnoxious. The look is not the good kind of fun that the Dreamer has. It's not cute. It's creepy. It is probably my least favorite legendary out of all. Well, that's not true. There are legendaries that I left completely on the floor and that we will never touch. But this is the least favorite of the ones that I am willing to get. But yeah, that would complete our final weapon set. And to be honest, I feel kind of confident that I can actually... I am in a position where this is really doable, where I'm actually stalled only by the collections. So once we go through the map exploration and the collections and we do these necessary steps, we can start banging these out one by one, and really get these producing. So that's something to look forward to, at least for me, hopefully for you as well. We will do it as part of our legendary journey. So those are the weapons I want to get. After that, we might want to get armor, and then underwater weapons potentially as well, but that is a far away future. Anyway, I will end you with this then, with Super Adventure Box far in the distance. Come on, get the hell out of here. With Super Adventure Box over there in the distance behind us, as it should be, now that we finished it. Oh my god, did you hear that? That was from the street. And yeah, that is going to be it for today's stream. If I'm gonna get to stream in the very near future, I mean Monday or something, maybe even tonight again, we might turn on stream again, but I don't want to promise anything. We will probably go back to the Czech streams and do the End of Dragons first impressions, sort of. Till then, thank you for the attention, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.